Be your worst critic. That's the saying, so I will. In this video, I'm going to break down what I did right and what I did wrong on my latest short film. And I'll teach you how you can fairly and effectively critique your own work. There's a trick on how to start critiquing your own work, and it's in 3 steps. So let's dive into step 1. Give context to your film. Think about what resources you had. Was it your first film or your 50th? I'm not saying that resources is all that matters. It's of course a good story. But to think about your resources is a good way to think, with what I had already, what could I have used to make my film better? Also, ideally before filming, or even before writing, set out what it is you want to accomplish with this film. Is it for festivals or a school project? For my film, I set out to simply shoot a short film while I had access to these cool locations on my holiday. Doing this at the beginning helps you know when you're critiquing your film whether you achieved what you intended to achieve. So let's give context to my short film. While on my holiday, I wrote and I shot it all in one night. I used my iPhone to film as well as edit. Is the footage too grainy at times? Sure. But I leaned into that, and I did my best to make it feel like someone brought their Super 8 camera on a trip. Is the narrative a little weak? Definitely. But in context, I didn't have a lot of time to write the film. So the context of the limitations that your film had changes how you evaluate it. I know the word critic has some negative connotations to it, but it also means praise. Think about what you did right. Did you like your writing? Was your direction good? It's important to think about what you did like about your film, even if you don't like it overall. This applies to critiquing others' work too. For example, I didn't like Everything Everywhere All at Once, but I can appreciate that the editing was skillful, and at times there was great performances. Some things I did like about my film was the visuals. It looks nice and it's shot well using what I do know about cinematography. I like the use of defining words at the beginning and the middle of the film. It helped to share the theme and the meaning of the film without a lot of exposition or dialogue. I think the music choice was great. The songs feel like a holiday. They represent 2 parts of a story, the holiday and the flight home. Finally, it's on to the last step, which you might have already guessed. What did you do wrong? Learn from your mistakes. Don't beat yourself up, but see what you can improve on. For me, with this short, the story wasn't very clear. The character motivation wasn't clear. I didn't show the conflict of the story very well, and these are things that I want to improve on. And I guess there is a 4th secret step. Give your film a score. I gave my film 3 out of 5. It's definitely not perfect, but I like it, and I've learned a lot from it. So if you haven't already watched my short film, Last Night in Spain, consider checking it out, and even dropping a review on Letterboxd or IMDB. In any case, thanks for watching. If you enjoyed, subscribe, and I'll see you next time.